Hey guys, it's Ben, and I'm finally back with an episode on how to make your own characters in Super Mario Smash Bros. You guys want to add Batman into Super Mario Smash Bros? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how. If you haven't, make sure you check out my original Scratch project, Super Mario Smash Bros, and you guys can check out my previous video tutorials on how I coded the game. So, enough of me blabbering on, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, how do we actually get started on making our character? Well, firstly, we're actually going to need a character to use. So, for me, I love to use this website. It's called spriteresources.com. It's really helpful. I pretty much got all of my sprites from here. It has anyone you could ever think of. So I can go here, I don't know, let's search for Batman. I just spelled that wrong. Batman, there we go. We're going to search for Batman, and as you can see, there's all kinds of Batman. So if you really wanted, you guys could add Batman into Smash Bros. I definitely considered it. If you guys want to, you could put Superman, Captain America, pretty much anyone you could think of. But for now, I'm going to go over here to custom/edited on the side like that, and it's going to bring me to a bunch of different pages here. Then I'm going to go over to S, this category here, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down until I find Super Smash Bros. Customs. So, using this guy over here and going here ensures that all of these characters are going to be in Super Smash Bros. And that they're all going to have cool attacking animations. So if I googled any random person, they might not have really good animations, and they might not even be able to attack. But I know all of these ones should mostly actually be good and will work with Smash Bros. So you guys can pretty much select anyone you want. It doesn't even have to be from this page like I said before. But for me, I'm going to keep going, and as per request, I'm going to be using Sonic. So I'm going to add Sonic the Hedgehog to Smash Bros. So I'm going to click on Sonic over here. Now we can see this is a good sprite sheet because it has different running animations, it has attacking animations here, it has a fighting stance, a ducking animation which we can use for blocking, it even has a jumping animation, and a hitting animation too. So whenever we get hit, we have that animation as well. So this will work pretty well. We can now go and download this sheet here using this button here. It's going to download it just at the bottom, and now we're set to go. Okay, so once you guys have finally decided who you want to use and who you want to add to Smash Bros, you could come over here to Pixlr.com. Now this website is super helpful, whether it be for like school, if you're making a poster, whether it be for Scratch, you're making different sprites and things, whatever you need, this thing can pretty much do it. You can edit anything out you want. It's super helpful, and I definitely recommend using it and getting to know how to use it. So after my little spiel, we can come over here to Pixlr E, which is the advanced photo editor, because we are definitely advanced. Now you guys can click the big blue button here and open up your sprite sheet. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab the Sonic sprite sheet. Okay, so for those of you guys who may or may not have used this before, it's really easy. First things first, I'm just going to show you some of the things you need to do to edit this, but I'm sure Mr. T would be delighted to make another video explaining how to use this website, as it's really helpful. So first things first, we're going to quickly go over here. This is our layers that we have. Right now we only have one layer, and we only need one layer for now. So we can go to our layer settings, which are these ... and we're going to go and we're going to unlock this layer. Just like that, okay? This just is going to allow us to move and have more free roam with our image. So next, we're going to go grab my favorite tool, and the tool you'll be using a lot if you're ever going to use this website. It's called the wand select, but I always call it the magic wand. We can click on our magic wand here, and just like this, what it's going to do is if we click on a color, so let's click on the background color, it's going to select all the colors and all the colors like it, like this. And then all we have to do is click our backspace, and we'll delete it just like that. Then we can go click off of it, and as you can see, Sonic is looking much better. We no longer have the background, and we just have Sonic. But you guys do have to be careful. If I undo that and we go and play around with a tolerance level, you guys might have to, if your sprite sheet looks different than mine, if it's different, so it uses different colors or something, you guys might have to play around with this number up here. Now, if we make this number even greater, it's going to be even more picky about the color of blue it selects. So now if we go here, as you can see, it's even more picky, or it's selecting even more. So now if we were to delete it, it would delete a lot more, and we wouldn't have Sonic left. So for now, for this spreadsheet, we're going to go over here and we're going to use 31. So we can go deselect here, and we can click on the background color and delete, just like that. Perfect. So now we just have Sonic like this. There are a few little parts in here that you guys might have to delete, just like that. But we can easily also do that in Scratch's editor as well. So don't worry about them too much. Although I will delete those bits. Okay, so that's really easy. Now we are gonna have to make sure we get rid of the border. So as you can see, there's a big blue border around here. Now we could do this multiple ways. We could take our eraser tool over here. You guys have to go in here and select how big you want it. So let's say 50. And we can go in here and we can erase it all like this, which would be really easy. But if we want to do it quicker, we can use this marquee tool over here and we can select this. And this is super easy. All we have to do is drag out all the area that we're going to delete. So we can drag out a big box and it's going to go here, and then we just hit backspace and it deletes all of that. So this makes it much easier. Make sure not to delete any of Sonic. So if we go here, there we go. That's pretty close. We can delete all of this. We did leave a little line, that's okay. It doesn't really matter, so long as it's close enough. And then we can go delete all of this here, and all of this. Make sure not to cut off Sonic's foot. There. I'll delete some of this. Okay, so as you can see, now we have Sonic looking good. We have all the background done, but we still can't add this just directly into our website. We can't add this directly into Scratch. There is one other thing we do have to do. We're gonna have to go over here, and we're gonna grab this guy over here, which is called crop. So we're gonna click on this guy, and then we're gonna find the biggest Sonic there is. So each Sonic, as you can see, there's this guy, this guy, this guy. We're gonna find the biggest one, the one that takes up the most space. So in this case, it's gonna be probably one of these big whirlwind dudes over here. So we can go over here, grab it nice and big, make sure we have lots of space there, like so. Here. And we're gonna drag all these edges to have it line up just like that. Okay, and then once we're done, we can hit enter. And now, as you can see, you may think we've deleted everything, but we haven't. What we've done is we've created a little frame, shall we say. And inside that frame, we can drag around our sheet, as you can see, and we can select whoever we want. So let's say we want the original Sonic, so just plain Sonic standing like this. We can go over to Sonic like this. We can go to File, and then Save. And we're gonna call it Sonic Standing, like that. And then all we gotta do is click download. And now we've just downloaded our first sprite. However, we do have to download every single other sprite that we would need. So all you guys have to do is you have to grab the little arrow up here and you have to drag it across. And let's say I want this one over here. You go here. You go and click File, you go and click Save, and then you can name it whatever you want. I suggest you don't name it something random or get really confusing. Let's say Sonic Peace Sign. There we go. And we can download this. But now, because we do have a free account, we do have to wait a little bit. This takes absolutely ages, but it is what you have to do unless you want to pay money for an actual account. And you have to go around and you have to save each and every sprite. Say you don't want to use, let's say we don't want to use this kicking animation here. You guys don't have to, but we are going to have to go and grab some of our attacking sprites over here. So I have to do it for every single one. So it actually makes it look like an animation. So I'm going to have to go and download every single one like this. Let's say we want our jumping one, if I can find it. There we go, our jumping over here like this. We're going to have to go and download our jumping one. We're gonna have to go get our blocking one over here. So we're gonna go and have to do that for every single sprite that we need, our running. It's gonna take a little while and I'll be back once I'm done. So when you guys are done, it should look something like this. If you guys go to your downloads folder, you'll see a bunch of different Sonic. And as you can see, they're all the exact same size. So we have a bunch of different things. I labeled mine very methodically. I have run if I can find it. I have running 2, I have running 3 somewhere, running 4. So I have all the different things and I've labeled them so I know what they are. I have our different attacks, I have standing, I have our fighting stance somewhere. I have a bunch of different animations that I'm gonna be using. So that's perfect, now let's add them to Scratch. So you guys can go and open up your own version of Smash Bros. I won't tell if you guys didn't follow the tutorial, make it yourself. If you guys just want to make a remix and add your own character, be my guest. So we're going to go over here to this choose a sprite and we're going to upload our own sprite. Now it's going to bring us to our documents. We can go over to our downloads and here are all of our different Sonic things here. So we're going to go and we're going to find Sonic Standing. We're going to do that and we're going to open that guy up here. Okay, that's gonna bring us here, and we can go to our costumes, and we have Sonic here. Now there's one thing you guys will notice, and that's there's all this stuff on the end here. Now this is really easy just to take out inside of the editor, inside Scratch's editor, so we can just go and do that, and now we have Sonic like this. If we want, we can also go here, that's gonna be way too big, and we can adjust it to maybe 1 pixel. Nope, we'll go for 2. And we can take out any of this little stuff in between. That's super easy. We can go take all this out, and you guys are gonna have to do that for every single sprite, but don't worry, it's really quick. It shouldn't take too long. Once you guys do all of that, you can finish all that, and you want to upload every single one. So you can go here, upload costume, and you can scroll all the way down, and we're gonna go Sonic peace sign, and we're gonna upload that sprite. So we got this guy over here. We gotta quickly take out all this stuff here and take out all the stuff in between there. Once you guys are done, we'll be back. Now, once you're done, it did take me a little while, once you're done, you should have something that looks like this. You have a bunch of different costumes here, and you have all your different animations, and we're eventually going to go and we're going to cycle through all these animations and make it look like Sonic is running really fast. There's one other quick thing we are going to have to do, is we're going to convert to vector. We can zoom out a little bit and make sure that all of these are centered, right? But not just centered here. We actually want Sonic's belly button to be around that middle point, so around here. And now we go to this one, go like this, and have Sonic's belly button just be around there, okay? What this is gonna do is it's gonna stop Sonic from bobbing up and down, okay? So let's quickly do that now. So once that's done, we're gonna quickly go and find some sound. Now for this, I'm gonna go to a very similar website than we had before. I'm gonna go over to the sound resource, which as you can see is very similar to the previous website I just used. So here you guys can go in, search for your sounds, find whoever you want. Again, make sure there's different kinds of sounds. So there's hitting sounds, there's running sounds, things like that. I typed in Super Smash Bros. And it came up with a bunch of different characters, and I went and I found whoever I wanted. So of course, in this case, I went and I found Sonic. Then once you guys have your sounds, we can go and do the exact same thing we did before with our sprites and go and upload them. So here are my sounds, Smash Bros. Fighters, and then we have all of our Sonic sounds, so guys can go in, you guys can find what sounds you want and upload all of them. You only need a few, like attacking, jumping, being hit, those kind of sounds. Upload them, and then we're almost done. Okay, so I finished uploading all of our sounds here. I have a walking sound, jumping, damage, attack, just really simple sounds. Now, for you eagle-eyed viewers, I've also made a few other little adjustments. I've just done some little housekeeping things that you guys can definitely do by yourself. So here, for our little lives chips down at the bottom, I'll click on it here and go to the costumes. I've added in a new life counter for Sonic. One important thing, make sure you put it at the bottom. So let's say you were doing Batman or something like that, or whatever, Captain America. Make sure you put it at the bottom there, because it's going to go into item 6 here. And I'll kind of explain this a little later on. What's important to know is that Link is 1, Kirby's 2, Pikachu's 3. Each character has their own, let's call it an ID number, and Sonic's now is going to be 6. So random used to be 6, but now we're moving everything up by 1, so now random is going to become 7, and Sonic is going to become 6. So everything Sonic related is going to have the number 6 near. That's the important thing. I've also done it for lives too, so I've added in the exact same counter here. I've also gone ahead and added some logos in as well, so these are the things that go on the background. Make sure you add one in here for Sonic 2, here like this, and then you also add one in for blue as well. Okay, so we're using this one, and then this one here. I've also gone in here to the in-game icons. Make sure you rename this one to 6. It's a good idea to also have it the same shape as all the other ones. If not, it'll look a little weird. But here I have it 6 here, and I have Sonic in like that. Okay, really easy. And then the only other little kind of aesthetic thing I've changed is the character icons. So that's this guy over here. Now the character icons are like this. I've just added in the same Sonic picture as I had there, except for this one I cut it down a little bit. I've also gone here, if you guys want to replicate how I did it, you can just go into vector mode and copy and paste the background here, and then you can use that on your next one. You can go, I don't know, copy and paste that into Sonic, and then you can use the back button here to send it to the back. Okay, so if you want to replicate it how I did, that's how I did it. So you can use that guy there. So that's really easy. Make sure again you put Sonic in between Mario and random, because that really does affect it whenever you're showing your character chips. So that's working there. Now we also added in a little bit of sound. So if I go to our player 1 chip, I didn't do costumes, but sound. We also have to add another sound whenever we're selecting Sonic. So here I've added in this. Sonic. Now these sounds I got from the exact same website. If you want, you could record them yourself. I don't know, get sounds from wherever you want. Just make sure it's labeled 6 and it's in between 5, which is Mario, and 7, which is just our regular select sound that we play for random and if we're playing and selecting anything else. Okay, and then we also did the exact same thing for player 2. So make sure you replicate it over whatever you do here. Make sure you do it also for player 2. Now we do have to switch a little bit of the code. So if we go to our costumes here, not our costumes, our code, here we go. What is currently attached and working right now is what you guys will have, and the little bit of code over here is what you guys need to change it to. So here, whenever we're touching stage, this is only for the player 1 select chip. We're going to make sure we change our start sound from 6 to 7. So we make sure our start sound now is 7, so we can go ahead and switch that. 7, just like that. And now we go down here. We're also going to make sure whenever this here is player 1 select equals 6 here, that's whenever we click on a random, that's 6. We're going to switch that now because random, its ID number is no longer 6, it's 7. So we're going to make sure we switch our ID number now to 7. And then we're going to do here, start sound 7 again, because that's our select sound. Okay, so I can get rid of this now. Make sure you guys do all those necessary adjustments like that. And then we're also going to do it for the player 2 chip. However, this time we don't have to do it with the stages. So all we're doing here is going from, again, 6 to 7, like this. And our start sound, again, is going from 6 to 7, nice and easy. And we can get rid of that. Then we have to go over to our character icons and make some adjustments there. Now before, if we ever displayed our character icons, you would see that we have all of our 6 characters laid out in a 2x3 formation. That's no longer gonna work anymore because we have 7 characters now. So we have the issue of where to put the next character. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange it. So I'm gonna have it be a 3, 3, and then the last one is gonna go down in the middle at the bottom. So to do that here, we have set our size to 65. This is of course what you guys have right now. I'm gonna switch that around. You guys can play around with it a little more if you want. I like this one here. I'm gonna set the size to 45%. And then the only other thing I'm gonna change from what you guys have is we're gonna make sure you guys have to do this, repeat 7 times, not 6 times. If not, you're gonna be missing something and you're not gonna display the last character. So you can get rid of that now. Then the only other adjustment we have to make is whenever we're creating clones of ourselves and creating those character icons that we can click on, we want the formation to change. So what we have over here is what you guys have. So you guys have this guy here, which is our 2x3 formation. We're gonna switch that now and we're gonna have this formation over here. Now, this is just a slightly more complicated version. I've adjusted some of the X values. So now I have -95 for all of them. And then it's subtract 1 is the exact same. We're multiplying it by 90 and our Y values have also changed. What this is all doing is rearranging it a little bit differently. So it's quickly adjusting how far over we're gonna start, how far over we're gonna move our objects over and over. It's a little more complicated. If you guys don't really understand this, make sure you go check out how I actually coded this, and I go over this much more in detail. So we can get rid of this guy here, like that. Let me quickly show you how that works here. Don't worry about any of this for now. This will all change later. I'll play our logo. The logo looks so cool. Go here, almost done. There we go. And there we go. So now our icons are displayed a lot differently. Instead of having the 2x3 really big, we've shrunk them down. Now, again, you can play with this a little more. It doesn't look the best. There's a lot more black space around, but it is kind of hard to go around with it and make something that looks visually pleasing because we have 7. So it's a little hard to work with, but now we have all 7. It works the exact same way as before. Wherever you hover over it, it goes there. However, you'll notice our random isn't working that well. We're gonna have to go and fix that. And it's going for Sonic. So we're gonna have to fix that in a second now. Okay? But at least our characters are displaying a little better now. So we can go over to our select hand. One quick thing we are gonna add. You guys have this huge, big, long thing over here. It's really big, long. It's pretty much whenever we're touching any one of these sprites, then we're gonna switch to our select hand choosing. So all we're gonna do is you guys are gonna zoom in and we're gonna just make sure you add or touching Sonic. So right now I'm pretty sure you guys have this like this. Make sure you guys go here put them together, and if we're also touching Sonic, then you're also going to switch to that. So nice and easy. We can go down to our logos. We're also going to do a quick little change here. Right now, you guys will have it switch to costume P2 select +5. Make sure it's P2 select here. And we're just going to change that to +6 because now we have 6 characters, not 5. So nice and easy. Then we can go to our in-game icons down here. This is all fine like this. We are also going to have to go to our death effect though. So that's down here. And as you can see, if I zoom out a little bit, our death effect, I'll cover this also in the video on how to make Super Smash Bros. But it's really easy. If you guys are adding a new character, all you have to do is grab an add block here. You can find that in variables down all the way at the bottom. And we're just going to add Sonic to characters. Make sure whenever you spell Sonic, it has to be the exact same as how you spelled the sprite Sonic. So if I did Sonic the sprite and I named it Sonic with a Y for some reason, make sure you also name that death effect the exact same. So if my sprite name was Batman, make sure in your death effect, it's also Batman, okay? So super easy, yeah. Then we're also gonna go over to our ready to fight guy over here, this sprite here, and we're gonna do this big adjustment here. So right now you guys have this part here, and instead of player 1 select being 6, then creating a random number, we're gonna make sure whenever it's 7, then we pick a random number from 1 to 6. So because we're adding in a new character, we have to make sure that 6 is no longer the random number, and in fact now it's 7. And then we can pick our number from 1 to 6. Same here, if player 2, then it becomes 7, and whenever it's a 5, we're now switching it to a 6. So we can get rid of all this and put in our new code just like that, nice and easy. As for that little issue we just had before with the random showing in the wrong spot, that's a super easy fix. We're gonna go over to random over here, and we're just gonna change it whenever it's instead of 6, we're just gonna change it to 7. So super easy, but now it's time to start adding in the code for Sonic, which is actually almost identical code to Mario. So we're gonna go over to Mario. I suppose you could do it from any character, so if you wanna use Link's code, whatever works. I'm gonna do Mario because it's right next to Sonic. And all we're gonna do, just for simplicity's sake, is we're just gonna drag all of the code over into Sonic. Now there are other ways that we could have kind of avoided this long step, but I think this is much easier to explain. All you're gonna do is you're gonna grab each big bit of code and you're gonna drag it all the way into Sonic, just like that. Okay, really easy. I'll be back with you as soon as I'm done. Then you guys are gonna be left with a huge mess like this. You guys can quickly right click and then clean up all your blocks. So it'll look much cleaner and look something like this. Now we're gonna go through and start making the necessary changes. So first things first, we can completely get rid of this block of code. We're not gonna need that for Sonic. Okay, this guy over here, we can keep the same. We can keep going down. We're gonna have to make some changes here. So whenever we receive play, instead of our size set to 120, we're now gonna set it to 100. So all the blocks on the side here are the things that we're gonna change it to, and then stuff here is what you guys will have now. So here, I'm gonna change that to 100, just like that. And we're gonna get when player select equals 6 because that's Sonic's ID number. You guys also may have to change the Y coordinate. I was lucky enough that Mario and Sonic are similar height, so I can keep it with -35, but you guys might have to change that. Then instead of broadcasting start 5, we're gonna do start 6. We're gonna make sure we switch this one to 6 as well, and then do the same process here, make this start 6 as well, okay? Then we can keep going down. Now this is our huge big thing that does most of our animate blocks and things like that. When we receive start 6, we're gonna start running our stuff. And then here, for these separate animate blocks, we're gonna have to make some changes. Right now, it's animating from costume 38 to 46, and that's for Mario. But for Sonic, his attack and his different costumes for his attack are different. So if we go to our costumes here, I have it written down as 11 to 16. So you can see from costume 11, he's punching all the way down until 16 when he finishes, and then it's something else, okay? So we're gonna animate from costumes 11 to 16, so I'm gonna change it, 11 to 16, okay? And that's our attack. Then we have our running animation here, okay? So originally it was 5 to 12 for Mario, but for Sonic, we're gonna go from 4 to 10, and I'll show you the costumes really quick. 4 to 10 is him going nice and slowly, and then he kind of goes into this stuff over here and goes really fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate that. We're gonna go from 4 to 10, and then we're gonna keep going from 8 to 16. 8 to 16 here. We're not gonna go 8 to 16, we're gonna go 8 to 10, my bad, 8 to 10. So that's these blocks over here. These guys here, we're gonna run really fast and we're gonna keep looping through these ones. So it's almost like he's warming up a little bit and then going super fast. Okay, so we're gonna switch them to 10 real quick, just like that. And we're gonna get rid of this one over here and plug this guy in. I'll kind of show this a little later on. Now we can do this for A as well. So I'll get rid of this, and now it's our A value. So whenever the A key is not pressed, so we can plug that in as well. Okay, now some of the things are gonna get bumped down a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna make sure we switch from Mario block to Sonic block. So that's pretty easy. Go down, grab Sonic blocking. We're gonna switch from Mario standing to our Sonic fighting stance. And now we're gonna replicate the exact same things we just did. Okay, so instead of using that anime block over here, we're gonna use our new one. We're gonna make sure we change these back to 10. I don't know, it was a little typo on my part. We're gonna switch those guys out. So we're gonna switch these. So he's gonna go nice and slowly once, and then gonna keep looping through the fast anime costumes. Okay, so we can do all these guys like so. And Sonic block, we're gonna switch this one over here. Sonic block. And instead of Mario standing, we're gonna have Sonic, whoops. Where is it? There it is. We're gonna have Sonic fighting stance, okay? So those are nice and easy. We can get rid of some of these bits over here. And for now, I'm just gonna move this out of the way just so I don't mess up any of my other blocks, okay? So next part here, instead of Mario standing, again, we're gonna switch it to Sonic standing, or we could do Sonic peace sign, that works as well. Now all of these guys, again, we're gonna have to switch the ID numbers, so we're gonna switch all of them to 6, just like that. Again, some of the X coordinates you might have to fiddle around with. I'm gonna change our original size. This is our size whenever we're displaying it. I'm gonna switch it to 250. Again, for you guys, it may be completely different. These are just the numbers that we are gonna have to change. So if you have someone else, the size you may have to play around with, and the Y values and all this other stuff, you might have to tweak a little bit. But that's pretty easy to do. So there's just really easy stuff in here. Instead of Mario standing, we're gonna have Sonic standing, and instead of broadcasting start 5, we're gonna broadcast start 6. So these are all the little things that you're gonna have to go and change. So I'll switch this guy, and it's the exact same thing again. Start 6. Now here we have a few little things. We can switch from Mario standing to Sonic standing. We can switch our size up. So we're gonna just decrease our size a little bit because Sonic's a little bit smaller. So I can go ahead and change all these numbers here. Now again, these are gonna be different for you most likely. So you guys can adjust them however you want. We can keep going down. Now instead of costume Mario, we're gonna switch it to costume Sonic. So let's go and find that variable somewhere. Costume Sonic right there, okay? So that's gonna be like that. We keep going down. Now this here is whenever we're using our anime blocks, this is the number of steps he's gonna take. So right now it's 6, so that's almost like Mario's speed. Now because it's Sonic and Sonic's super fast, we're gonna switch that to 11 instead, okay? We can go ahead, I'm gonna move this out and just use this block over here. Instead of switching to costume Mario, we're gonna switch to costume Sonic, okay? So I've just switched that guy there, really easy. Now here, when we're checking if we're attacking them or not, we can go ahead and switch this. We're gonna also check if we're attacking Mario as well. So we have to make sure to put Mario in this huge big loop as well. Here, these are really easy switches. Instead of costume Mario, we're gonna switch to costume Sonic. We can go ahead and do them really easy. Again, same thing, we're moving 11 steps, not 6. Again, same thing, we're gonna have to replicate a lot of these things, make sure we're touching Mario as well. We're gonna go here, costume Sonic, really easy. Okay, jump again can stay the same, overall start can stay the same. We're gonna have to switch a few things here, but they're really easy. Instead of Mario getting hit, of course it's gonna be Sonic getting hit, and we can switch this to Sonic getting hit as well, just like that. Again, we're gonna have to do it again. Sonic hit, and Sonic hit. Nice and easy. And then here, we don't even really need this extra block here, so we can completely take this out if we want. Move that guy there, and instead of broadcasting start 5, we're gonna broadcast start 6. Okay, we're almost done here. Now for our jumping animation, Sonic has a few extra little animations that we're gonna use. So we're gonna use jump 1 and then jump 2. So it's like him crouching and then taking off. So we're gonna make use of those guys. Now we can go down a little more. Here we're gonna switch this out. Instead of Mario jump 2, this is when you're double jumping. We're gonna switch it to Sonic jump 1. Sorry, Mario jump 1, whatever. We're gonna switch those guys around here. So just making it Sonic instead of Mario. And then we're gonna add this little block of code here, if I can grab it. Here. Now what this is doing is using his little ball, shall we say, and he's spinning around as fast as he can. It's really easy. We're just gonna go here, we're gonna go through this loop. I'm gonna sub this in here instead, like that. And this loop is gonna run quite a few times, this whole loop over here, this repeat until loop here. So this is gonna constantly be going around in a loop. I'll move that over there for now. And all we're doing is we're checking, we're going to the next costume every single time we go through the loop. But if we do get to costume 23, which is the end of our little ball costumes, so the little ball spinning balls end is 23 here, we're gonna go back all the way up to costume 19, I think, or Sonic Ball 1 here, and then we're gonna keep going, okay? So it's just spinning in a little ball when we go around. Okay, so those are the kind of things you need to change. For you guys, of course, if it's Batman or something like that, you're not going to have to go and change things like that. But they're super easy changes that you guys are going to have to go ahead and make. Then you can clean up all your blocks. And for me, I'm going to have to get rid of all these other little ones, but you guys won't have to. So yeah, that's Sonic done. We do have to do a few other tiny little things, but it's super easy now. We're just on the home stretch. So those adjustments are really, really easy. We're going to go to Mario. And then once I show you how to do it on Mario, it should understand and you guys can do it for everyone else. So we're going to go all the way down. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And we are looking for our animate blocks. So that's this one over here, define animate, blah, 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 here. And like I mentioned before, if we're ever touching any one of these characters, we're detecting and then we're seeing if we're attacking them or not. So we're going to go here. I'm just going to grab this guy. I'm going to duplicate him. I'm going to take this guy out here, Bowser, and I'm going to grab, instead of Pikachu, I'm gonna grab Sonic. So because we're adding our new character, we don't want him to be immortal or anything, so we can chuck this guy in here and then this guy in here. So we're checking if we're touching any of these characters. I'm just gonna rearrange that like so. There we go. Okay, so you guys can have like this. If we're touching Kirby, Link, Pikachu, Bowser, or Sonic, then you want to do all of this code. So super simple. We can just duplicate this again, move this down like so. So all we're doing is adding in Sonic. Now you guys are gonna have to do that for every single person. So for Link, Kirby, Pikachu, and Bowser, that way they can all actually attack Sonic. Okay, so let's quickly see how it looks right now. Go here. These will all go away once we actually play our game. And we go here. Play our music. Okay, so we're gonna use Sonic, and because we've only done Mario, we're gonna use Mario. I'm gonna keep Sonic blue for now, but you guys can switch his color. You guys can fiddle around with that, see how it looks. Ready? We go here and go. Okay, so as you can see, Sonic moves really fast. We have his jumping, going in his ball animation, which is what I explained before. And of course, Sonic can go here. He can do his attacks, and he's the exact same as any other character. Okay, so that's how you guys add in characters into Super Smash Bros. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun to make. I encourage you guys to make your own characters. Anyone you want to add, I want to see it. Make sure you let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Have fun creating.